This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, everyone. Happy 4th of July weekend. I am Katie White. I'm going to walk you through the July Floorset document and hopefully give you some insight to what we were talking through as we set this. Okay, so here's your cover page. Some newness to this table of contents. You'll see that we've kind of pulled out some of these capsules here, and then there's a how-to on the very last page for one of the displays, so make sure you look over that. Main thing, the collections are going to stay the same, so that is good news as we move into our last month of summer, which is crazy to think about, but it is our last month of the summer collections. And then in August, we flip to fall. So you will see that there is a lot in modern Mediterranean. It's starting to build as it does most years. This is your pre-fall collection. So the colors lean fall, but the product is still mostly, for the most part, lighter silhouettes and styles so that she feels comfortable for fall or for summer. Clearwater is your next collection, and then Punch Bowl, of course. Okay, so your need to know page. So collections stay the same as I said. Where now fall preview is our entry. So we are leaning into sweater vests, sweaters, and shorts. So really, really cute product, you guys. Making sure that we're putting it with shorts so she knows that we're not saying, hey, buy some sweaters now and wear them with long denim or other long bottoms. We are introducing Rivet. Rivet is a really exciting brand. I know that most of you have seen Megan's Instagram. She is in love with this collection. It is select stores for now. So if you don't get it, there will be options for you, alternative options. So for the entry, we'll do the fall preview. And then for those select stores, I believe it's 50 stores, we'll have Rivet jumpsuits at the entry. The marketing is new now. Wow. I want to repeat this multiple times. If you don't have this sign, do not request it. We're moving forward to a new type of sign for fall. So we won't be sending the sign out if you don't have it. If you don't have the sign, just don't set a sign at entry. That's okay. If you do have it, please set it. But just note, if you don't, please do not request it to the marketing team. Modern Mediterranean, Clearwater, and Punch Bowl. The colors stay mostly the same, but you'll see in Punch Bowl we have pulled mustard in. So we've pulled mustard out of that modern Mediterranean and into Punch Bowl to sit with your jade. It's just going to kind of update that jade story, make it feel a little bit different. I know that that's been a little bit of a pain point for some stores based on how much or how little jade they have. So you'll see that when we go through it. Additional product capsules. So Faraday, we want to make sure Faraday all stays together. We have it either on 1 or 2 fixtures. It's going to depend on how much you have, but it's selling really well. So a lot of you will only have 1 fixture. You'll see that in our document. There is a piece that has been held off the floor, one of the dresses from the catalog. It's beautiful. So this, I wanted to make sure, you can put this adjacent to any collection, right? So the color really makes it's pretty neutral. And then that new pink dress, it can sit off of Punch Bowl, Modern Mediterranean, or Clearwater, wherever you have space in your store. So that's a new call out. We have a new neutral elevated capsule. This can sit off of Modern Mediterranean or Clearwater, wherever you have space. It's pretty neutral. There's a little bit of blue in it. So the most natural place for it to fall is off of Clearwater, but if it needs to fall off that front collection, that's okay too. And then athleisure can be adjacent to Modern Mediterranean for stores that have a lot more space up front than they do up back, or Clearwater as space allows. So you'll see that, and I know most of you know this, but a lot of our athleisure is either neutral colors or it's a little bit more of that Modern Mediterranean feel for color. Shoe merchandising, the same as we have talked about, keeping a main shoe moment together as much as you can. You'll see in this document, we have actually pulled apart our sneakers and sat it with athleisure so you can see that. Most stores will be able to do a bigger shoe moment that kind of shows all the different categories, and that's ideal. But we also want to make sure that it doesn't feel crammed. So if you have too many shoes right now, we want you to pull out a category. So if that is sneakers with athleisure and leave all the rest of your shoes together, that's probably makes the most sense. And then just a note on sell-through, July is the time to move through summer goods. So it is basically in the industry a clearance month. We need to move through those summer goods. As she gets into August, I know it's still really hot, but she is ready for fall. Everybody's talking about the new fall trend, the new fall looks. So let's make sure, especially in accessories, that we get through the summer goods and then make sure that we're selling through sale. Okay, so here's our overview. You can see our entry with those cute sweater vests, open knit sweaters for modern Mediterranean. And you'll see our entry here in more detail, using some trays and some things just to kind of bring a little bit of life to the front. We've had shorts here for a while, so kind of just trying to change it up, showing different folds and laying out the sweaters if we can. Another reason that we wanted to do some of the sweaters on the front table is a lot of them are open knit, so we don't want them hung anyway. So you'll see in our call out here, this sweater, if you have a small table, this really should be the priority on that table. Even though it's on the mannequin, we want to make sure that this does not get hung. So just a note there. So here's some notes here. Again, about that marketing sign, please do not request it. And you'll see in this document, we've added some notes, a little bit more background to what we're doing in the doc, and that's something that we're going to do going forward. Here are your entry racks. This is the product that goes on them. If you are a Rivet store, we want Rivet to be up at the front, so make sure that this is a priority on your entry racks. This might mean that something else needs to come off of those entry racks, and that's okay. So just make sure that you have space for this Rivet story on the front racks. We are not putting Rivet on the mannequins unless you've sold through other rompers or jumpsuits and you need to do that. For those Rivet stores, you will see in our mannequin document that that is going to be your primary window for the stores that have Rivet. We're really going to speak loudly to that brand launch. Okay, modern Mediterranean overview. And we've pulled some of these lavenders into this, you guys. This is really a fun kind of mix with that brown, that terracotta color. So this catalog look dress is one of our main features. It can be subbed out for something similar to this or this top that has a little bit of the lavender in it. I know it's selling really well. These are catalog looks, so I called this out in here just to make sure that you guys know we're intentional about putting them together. So this short and this sweater vest is a catalog look, and we want you to keep that together when at all possible. Okay, fixture block 1. We've brought more of your maroon and that kind of red rust color to the floor fixtures here, and that will sit in front of your wall that has the more browns and purples. Wall 2, this is more of your blushes, your pinks. You'll see a little bit of that orange in here tucked away, and then your olive as well. More detail. And then you can see here, this is a catalog look as well. This top really pulls this whole wall together. So making sure that we do have a print up there. I know we have a lot of solid, and that's okay to have solid next to solid, different silhouettes, which is great, but pulling a print in to really grab her attention to this wall. And then again, floor fixtures, leaning more into that kind of corally peach color. Okay, Clearwater. So this is your denim shop. Not a ton has changed here. Hardware stays the same as last month. And then, pulling up some fun tops here, but making the center really about denim. So doing the folded denim where you can. And then we have a fun little new display in the center, and I'll pull it down here so you can see that. There's a how to do this display on the very last page. And then your wing walls that can be additional walls or floor fixtures if needed. But really the idea here is to look at the shades of blue that you have. So kind of pulling those shades together as much as you can, so that all of those don't sit all together. So if you go back, you can kind of see there's a little bit more of that teal here, and then it goes a little bit brighter. But truly this collection is pretty neutral. And then our floor fixtures, you'll see here's where that kind of light dusty lavender comes in. And then our next fixture is where this more of saturated teal color comes in and lives here. Okay, and Faraday, this is the dress I was talking about. This can get pulled out. And then if you have more Faraday than this, 2 fixtures making it a complete fixture block, absolutely. We want to make sure that we're getting credit for this new brand that we're bringing in, and then making sure that you're adding the marketing to it. Here's this elevated neutral capsule. This is basically what we were calling safari, but there's really no animal print in it, so it doesn't feel like we should really call it safari at this point. So it's more of a neutral moment, a little bit more elevated. You see we kept our elevated sandals and shoes here to be adjacent to this story. Some details here. And then punch bowl. So punch bowl is probably the biggest change. We're moving away from leaning into the Maya tanks. We've done a window with them 2 months in a row as those being the feature. So our main wall, we're building this off of our red. It's more of a tomatoey red, which is such a great color for summer. It is one of the biggest trend colors for summer. So you'll see that in more detail as we go through. This catalog look here, obviously this is pulled off the floor. This is your July cover. And then this Cleobella top behind it, that's that tomato red. These nation tops here. Main story here is just showing some solids with this beautiful print, and making sure the prints don't fight. There are quite a few prints in this collection. And then you'll see this is a catalog look, this denim dress, and then this obviously is your front cover. So just calling that out. Okay, and then around your table, focusing on that pink. So it's more of that bright, bright pink, that saturated pink. And here are some of your fixtures. So this is the side of the table. So you can see that there's a little bit of that jade in here. That's okay. We just made this rack mostly pink with a little hint of jade. Didn't really bring any other jade colors into this rack. And then this next rack is more of that pink. And then this top, if you still have it, there's not a whole lot of product that sits well with it. So keeping it really neutral and putting it with pink, white, those colors, and denim. Okay, this is what I was talking about with your jade moment. So this really moves into more of a mustard, but keeping it just a little bit fresh and new with that jade and navy as well. So this kind of makes this a little more fun. This sweater tee is so cute. So this is a new sample that we have. It's a ribbed sweater tee. It's adorable. So featuring that on an etagere, this can be hung if you need it to be, but playing with, I know these got marked down, but bringing in a shoe and kind of showing a whole outfit within the etagere. And then athleisure. So you can see that this could live off of modern Mediterranean just based on the colors. If you do have this this much athleisure, base it on where you have space in your store. So if you have more space towards the back, towards the fitting rooms, where we did in this store, we did a sneaker moment, some of your Freedom Moses, a little bit more casual, your Tevas, with this athleisure moment towards the back of the store, or it can live off of that front collection. Okay, and then we go into jewelry. This hasn't been updated. We are going to be doing a brand new jewelry floor set planogram that you will get in the next few weeks. So excited. Everybody is getting a new display for jewelry. So this has been many years in the making. We're really excited about it. So you guys will see that in a couple weeks. So for now, just keep it as clean as you can with metal colors together and all those things. Here are some examples of shoes. These have not been updated either, but this gives you kind of an idea of how to do a main shoe moment with a different type of store hardware. And then just some accessory options here. And here's your how-to. So this is how to step by step do your rolled denim with the belt around it. It's just something new and fun for her to kind of draw her in and give it a little pizzazz in that denim shop. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful July. We're excited to see your floor set execution on Store IQ. Great, thank you.